coke after he was confronted by Marion Baker and Roy Truly. And let me just read you this from a letter that I sent to Arthur Schofsberger in October of 2005. Dallas patrolman Marion Baker, who was in the motorcade, rushed into the Texas Book Depository building after seeing pigeons fly off the rooftop at the sound of the first shot. 15 seconds later, Baker encountered Depository Superintendent Roy Truly, and they quickly went to the building's elevators, which were locked into position. Then Baker and Truly walked up to the second floor where the lunchroom was located. In sworn testimony, Patrolman Baker said, "I saw a man drinking a Coke." Truly said that the man whom he recognized as Lee Harvey Oswald didn't seem to be excited or overly afraid. 90 seconds or less since the first shot was fired, Oswald was found in the second floor lunchroom. To understand how absurd the Warren Commission's contention that Oswald killed President Kennedy, consider this scenario. Oswald would have to complete the second and third shot, climb out of the sniper's nest, make his way across the sixth floor, finding his way through numerous passageways among the many stacks of textbook boxes to the other far corner, find a hiding place for a rifle that he wasn't supposed to own, then race down 4 flights of stairs, passing 3 women in the stairwell, find his way to the lunchroom, put a dime in the Coke machine, have the Coke fall down into position, remove the Coke bottle, then remove the bottle cap, and be found calmly drinking the Coke 90 seconds or less after the first shot was fired. In one volume of the multi-volume Warren Commission report, Roy Truly and Marion Baker gave sworn testimony that Oswald was drinking a Coke. However, in the narration, which was written by the staff, this testimony is nowhere to be found. Apparently, the staff recognized that it was mathematically impossible for Oswald to complete this time-consuming journey and then be found drinking the Coke, so they removed the Coke from Oswald's hand.
Paul, let's look a little more at Lee Harvey Oswald. You say in the article on November 12, 1963, Oswald delivered a note to his FBI supervisor asserting that he did work for the FBI, James P. Hostley. And that note was warning of the upcoming assassination attempt. Hostley sent out a wire of the warning to all FBI offices, and one copy of that wire still exists, I believe, in New Orleans. You use this to imply that Oswald may have tried to be a hero and prevent the killing instead of being the assassin. Can any of this be backed up?
Yes, it can be backed. In The Men Who Killed Kennedy, Volume 1, the final chapter, there is a long interview with Oswald's mistress in New Orleans in the summer of '63. And she and Oswald were working on a cancer virus for the purpose of feeding it to Fidel Castro. But she, at the very end, had conversations with Oswald that he was trying to prevent the assassination from occurring. She came forward a few years ago after being quiet for many years. She married and had many children. And it's all very documented in great detail in that volume, Men Who Killed Kennedy, Volume 1, the final chapter.
And Paul, where do you think that this will go from here? You've done your best to bring out a lot of facts that some people have known for a long time, and a lot of people don't want to ever surface, I suppose, no matter how well verified they are. Where can this go from here? It's a very old case. How can America benefit by knowing this information at this time?
There are 3 great stories in American history. there's the Civil War and slavery, World War II and the Holocaust, and the Kennedy assassination. The Kennedy assassination altered the course of history. For instance, there would have been no Vietnam War. There would have been no Nixons, no Iraq War. I mean, it just altered history, and I believe that if the it's the media who has been keeping the lid on this for more than 43 and a half years. If this is confirmed by the media, the truth will help set the American people free.
Paul Kunstler, certainly a patriot and willing to put your reputation and your money on the line to help get this story told. Thank you for joining us on INN, and we'd certainly recommend this as at least fascinating reading for most of our viewers. Thank you for joining us.
I encourage your viewers to contact their newspapers. They're all aware that this ad ran in Tuesday's issue of the New York Times. They should contact their readers and ask them, why haven't you reported on this story?
Paul Kunstler, thanks for joining us.